Hello, hello. I don't know which one I like more. Like, we'll probably get more points using Dins, right? So I suppose it doesn't matter. How's it going, Lauren? Been a while. Couple days. Oh, is my mic on? It is. Yeah, 460 Deathless, congrats. Like half my plugins on right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're gonna have to two-shot him. Unless you're like pre-range spotted or something. I don't even know if range spot if you do one-shot them. Want to waste the inventory slot. I'm sure it's worth it though. I don't think there's any time saved for inventory slot that can compete with boulder skipping versus no boulder skipping. That's sick. Are you kidding me? Now I'm venomed. Sad. He's up my NT hider, I'm hiding myself too. I haven't had a monkey room that long in a super long time. Wait a tick there. it works out. Inspect baboon and bobbin baboons sounds like a waste. Meant to inspect there. Oh well. How's it going, Kavlar? Healer. Oh, missed my timing. This is not the right avenue to find ToA enjoyers, only haters. Sarcasm. Fair enough. Look, you get all the rewards of Red X. None of the punish of having a 4-minute Baba. Great. Your friend is making excuses and not buying Voidwaker. Is he spamming ToA? If he's not spamming ToA, it's fine. If he's spamming ToA, that's like -5 IQ. But depends on his situation, I suppose. What are his possible excuses? Is he spamming TOB? Does he not care about money? Buying anything before an update? It is what it is. It is what it is. I hope it goes up, just for him. Hope it goes up after he doesn't buy. We would deserve. Anyone who didn't buy Voidwaker at 120 is trolling. Like, there's no way you think this spec weapon can be at least be 150, even with bots. What's at 160 now? So. Spicy miso ramen. Nice. And get enough DPS to outweigh BJs? Not in every scenario, no. Especially if you're like ranging Warden, no. Like BJs is really important at Warden if you're like Tbowing it or whatever. Well, it's a mixture of rarity and good, right? That was probably my worst swarming I've done ever. I will leave. Nope, just rarity. It's not just rarity though. Good increases demand, right? There are plenty of items that are like absolutely terrible. I don't like that method. That method's can also mess it up, but there are a lot of items that are like terrible and rare and they cost nothing. And being good will increase demand. Obviously, it's not the only thing, but the thing is, Voidwaker is simultaneously somewhat rare-ish, or like kind of annoying to make, just because you know you need to kill like 3 bosses for it. And it's really good in a lot of places. Not only that, it's very stable. Like, it could be used everywhere, even if it's not going to be BIS. Like, you could use it at ToB, even though it's not like the greatest. I think I'm just gonna chill and do like this. Yeah, just look at Nightmare for rarity. That thing is, they're all worthless, even though they're like 5 times as rare. It's like getting 1 Voidwaker piece. Like, probably easier to get a whole Voidwaker than it is to get any piece of Inquisitor. How's it going, Jonas? Oh, I didn't put my bow on. Pressing. My claws back. Nice. If Scythe's any good, then it'll be good at that boss. Hard ask, by the way. Asking for a place that the Scythe is going to be good at. Fuck with that. No way they don't make Scythe BIS, right? Right? They wouldn't make Scythe not BIS, right? Then you just look at ToA. Oof. That didn't work out. They wouldn't make a full... They wouldn't make every single Nightmare item terrible, right? You keep telling yourself that Jagex has logic when they make things. Keep telling yourself that. Oh my god, I should move to the side. I didn't know boulders were coming so late. Ooh, shadows? We're chilling. Now there's like a 0% chance she's gonna not throw a rock here. Which means I shouldn't have Void Waker there. But stun is done. Shit. Oh, that was rude. Oh yeah, if I range him, I'll be there for like the next 10 centuries. That was really slow, but honestly, that's expected for no defense reduction. Wanna see Scythe meta? Yo, same man, same. But I don't know, I'll be honest, I feel like most of ever since Nightmare, most of Jagex's decisions have been made exclusively on making the grind not as aids for like they want to cut supply costs is what I'm trying to say. Like I feel like Scythe, I don't know, what really confuses me is that they don't want to do blood packs for some reason, so I'm like really skeptical that Scythe is gonna be BIS because they still haven't done blood packs. I think someone on a QA said, wow, one of the three combat styles is gonna be good at one of the 4 bosses, but they still never specified Scythe. They still have not. Which leads me to be concerned that it's still gonna be just Fang. And I'm just gonna be like, ugh, another Fang. Force the jack of all trades. Wow, another like 80 defense floor? No way. My favorite meme that I was thinking of, imagine they make Scythe BIS. So what I was thinking, Laura, imagine they made Scythe BIS, right? But you have to spend the whole raid drinking yellow and drinking stamina. So then it's not even worth it. It's not really a raid though. Yeah, these are like set the same for Venator. They did that. The whole vendor thing was their fault. They released it Omega nerfed because they were afraid of some Inferno speedrunners abusing it. And I was like, who cares, man? I'm not saying to give it like 10 range or anything on the bounce. It could just make the bouncing AI better. Yeah, Faith, they learn a little bit on every boss. I'm gonna go with a disagree on that one. You know why? Look at what we have now. It's called ToA. They ain't learned nothing. The only thing they learned was accessibility. I messed that up. You know, I don't have to tank this ranger. I think that locks that ranger out. I'm kind of curious now. If I just face tank this ranger and then proc, one of the two rangers is gonna get trapped. Will this low HP one get kicked out because it was first, or will it stay? Let's cook. Let's cook. Accessibility is a huge plus, but yeah, it's really boring for people who are like in the game. And I'll never say that ToA is a failed raid. It's just really boring. Now, let's see how this looks. So I am unfortunately unable to shift the other one. I'll just face tank the other one, I guess. I got the restores anyway. Let's time that. Yeah, you don't have to decide between accessibility and skill ceiling. It's the thing. It's like, I don't mind the skill floor being low. I mind that the skill ceiling is non-existent. It's almost at the floor is how I feel it. How I feel about it. I wonder if there's there's a way to make it so that I can fit two of them in there. But like Tbow or ToA better? Definitely Tbow. Not even close. I understand that Tbow is extremely inaccessible, but ToA can theoretically, with good enough invocations, be put on the high end as challenging without removing that accessibility factor at all. And it's a shame because, like, you know, there's a lot of Tbow's entry mode. Yes, the problem is that you still need to keep in fact that you essentially have hardcore permanently on in the actual ToB. It's an easy way for them to get in, but as you know, noobs have some sort of crazy mental barrier in getting them anywhere. So the fact that hardcore is on by default just scares them off, and I'm okay with like future 8s having, like, would you guys be opposed to, like, let's say if on release, not based on what we have now, if on release, let's say ToB normal mode and hard mode came in both same time, same release date, softcore, the normal mode had, let's say, 10 to 20% worse drop rate than it does now, hard mode, let's say, has 10% better, and then regular was softcore and hard mode was hardcore, would you be opposed to that? I don't think most people would be. It kind of helps, and it kind of helps with the gatekeeping that we have in regular ToB, especially on release, like, you know, like S. But that's what they should have learned. And then ToA, I wouldn't mind if they made like 500 plus harder than it is now. I think 500, or make some more invocations so it could be more interesting, more fun, more rewarding for getting better. Because right now I feel like, you know, I'm not really saving much time by getting much better. The only exception maybe being Baba, but I don't know. I still feel like even with the partial red X method, although it is much more skilled than regular red X or face tanking, it's like it still kind of feels cheesy, which I guess is kind of in the spirit of RuneScape, because the whole, like, 90% of RuneScape feels like it's cheesing anyway. But I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna be sad. Dude, how much does this hurt? Gosh. Well, Chambers is very accessible, yeah. I just think it's kind of a boring raid, but I think it's very accessible. Fully agree on that sentiment. Chambers is very accessible. The only thing that is inaccessible apparently is Crab Room. You ever see learners try Crab Room? It's so funny. Oh my god. Thoughts on mega raid services? If you use the mega raid services and you're not the one doing the mega raid yourself, you're like, if you're not like Lake doing the actual mega raid yourself, omega cringe. Super cringe. What's the point? What's the point of playing Iron Man if you're not gonna play it? Well, you don't like the Chambers grind? God damn, that sucks. You're playing Iron Man. A lot of things I don't like. Shouldn't I played an Iron Man then? Like, the whole point of Iron Man is that you're not allowed to cherry pick what you do and don't like, right? Like, you do all the content by yourself. Like, you know, obviously there's limitations to like the bosses and shit, but I think mega raid scale services is so cringe. Like, I don't think Chambers has the greatest drop rate system, but like, mega raids are not a good solution. They shouldn't be a solution. And it should be up to Jagex to figure out, you know, how to make the Chambers table cooler and nicer to do and stuff like that. Even without buffing the raids, just making the raid more fun would be a huge help to making it not feel like a chore. Dude, every time I get to I honestly don't understand how anyone as a player has fun getting boosted. It's so I don't know. How do people don't people play for fun? Like, or do you guys just play to like flex pixels only? Like, what's the point if you weren't even the one that got the pixel? Like, that's how I see it. I don't know. It's like people who buy the Infernal Cape, like, or buy Zuck Column services, and like. Like if it wasn't you and the boys rating, and you just paid good gamers to carry you, are you even the one getting the GM time? Are you? Bruh, this dodging is flexing pixels. I'm perfectly fine with the idea of flexing pixels, but flexing pixels that you didn't even get? Come on, man. Come on, man. Every time someone's like, can you carry me to like a 500? I'm like, no. Absolutely not. Get it yourself. Otherwise, what's the point? How's it going, Bossman? Doing good? Am I gonna figure out the Awakened versions ASAP? Depends how much the orbs are going for. If they're going for like crazy amounts, like a bill, obviously I'm gonna sell them for like hundreds of mil. Probably just sell them. But it depends on the situation. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan of I don't really care about world record or anything like that, and I don't really want to go into a boss blind, especially a solo boss. But if the bosses seem easy and I understand them, maybe I'll try. And I'm gonna just say this flat out: if I see someone, if I have an orb, right, and it looks easy enough, and I see someone else like barely miss it, and there is potential of me being first, then sure, I'll go for it. Do I really care if I get it? No. I'm okay with selling them too if there's enough money involved. I can in fact be bought out. I've never really cared about speedruns anyway, right? Like, in my opinion, there's not even that much prestige for being the first to have it. People forget real quick who was like first to do anything. Because at the end of the day, like, there's always gonna be people flexing their egos anyway. It's up to you to determine like whether you think it's cool or not. I don't think world first is that important. Because let's be honest, let's say theoretically I got world first. You know what's gonna happen? Someone's gonna get second place, be faster than me, and then flame me for being slow. Like, this is what it is, you know? Like, I just don't really care. Yeah, like, I can remember Wooks because it's Wooks, and Wooks is cool as hell. That's because it's Woops. I guess that's a solve too. Woops is entertaining. What are you doing here, Yad? Bruh. Oh, we can still spec. Let's go! For me, like, Wooks is not consistently entertaining, but he's rarely entertaining, as in, like, his moments are for me, memorable. That's why I love him. You don't have to be, for me, you don't have to be funny all the time to be entertaining. That's why his moments are so, like, memorable. He's not always trying to, like, you know, speak loud or say, let's fucking go, or whatever, you know? He has his moments, and the moments are more memorable. I have it on lunch for the meme. I think I use it for a singular time for something super small, and I just forgot to take it off. Probably lose a max hit. I think I had it just to stab the melee at Kephri for like a small thing. Although I forgot to turn off or whatever. I don't really remember Wooks 4 being world first at Inferno. Like, for me, the best player in the Inferno, it's gotta be either you have your speedrunners or you have like exact for like completing it at some like crazy speed, you know? Not speed, some crazy low combat level, sorry. Like, to me, exact is the best player in the game. But I've always known Wooks for being like an innovator, you know what I mean? Not for just being world. Like, I don't remember him for being world first in Inferno. He's always been innovator. That's how I seen him. Which is far, in my opinion, far more impactful anyway. Being an innovator. I don't know, spec. I don't have that on. Oh, I was doing Fosanis. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. You believe Otoblock the Merciful is the most skilled PKer? I don't even watch PKing, man. I have no one else to compare him with, so I can't say. If I say I think Otoblock is the best PKer, some random no-name PKer that I've never even heard about is gonna be like, actually, this guy's better, and I'll be like, I don't watch PKing, so rats. I don't know. I just don't watch PKing, so I can't say anything about it. Some guy who killed Otoblock 5 years ago is gonna speak up. Think of Zezima. Mr. Zezima. Who do I think of? If I think of OSRS, like old school RuneScape, the first players that come to my mind are Mr. Mammal and Who else? Mr. Mamawooks, I would say. Zebak has played OS, but he's never played like for rank 1. I don't remember Link's, like I know that Link's Titan also got 4.6 and I was there when it happened, but like I was playing OSRS, but that's not what comes into my mind. Oh, Bodhi, yeah. Bodhi. As a high-level player, after Wooks, for me is Lake. Like, instantly I will think of Lake if I think high-level PVM after Wooks. Like, there's a lot of people who are really good. For me, it was like Lake. And then Exact. Being a psycho. Yeah, a lot of like the best players are like no names on YouTube or like Twitch and stuff. There's very few of them that have actually like gone out to like become content creators. I remember when I had this short thing where people try to drag me to like TOB to try to get TOB world record for like a whole like 2 weeks, and then they were like talking about these like PVMers and like, oh, this guy is always this good, this guy's a big name, and I'm like, I've never heard of a single person you just listed. A lot of the PVMers, you'll never hear them about them until they unless you're like looking into world record stuff. Thank you for the good luck, Bossman. Good luck on social chat. Thank you, Laura. The only place I Tbow? Yeah, it's just at Warden. It's technically BIS at Zebak if I wanted to bring more stuff, like Anguish and zvambs. Like, that's exactly when it starts becoming better. And then even more better if I want to bring Helm, but I'll be honest, I'm not trying to flick. Do I use Visual or Autos for Prayer and Zebak? Phantom? Yes. Depends on the situation. If I'm looking at chat, I'll use sound. Oh, I had to turn off my prayer. Oopsie. I'll drop the ego, I'll just use 3 specs. Dude, I turned it off again. That should be fine. I could take a lightning, I just can't take a off spray. I lost a tick doing that. Oh, I meant to move right then left. I was chilling there. It just depends on the situation. Yeah. Like there I was like using 90% audio. No luck, no juice. Ooh. Hey. I've actually been throwing these at Watson. Been trying to get that 3rd H pick, you know? There's granite there? They learned. I don't know how much 3rd H pick is. I only have like 50 clues, but that's the only thing I want from clues. The 3rd H, like a big 3rd H item, preferably pick. If I get 3rd H pick, I will just stop doing it altogether. But you bet your ass I'm not buying a 3rd H pick for that much. I don't think I'm ever gonna actually buy a 3rd H pick. I'll probably just buy other stuff. I highly doubt it's 7 bill. Like, who's gonna actually pay 7 bill for that? Out of your mind. It's probably like, what, 3 point something? I'll just buy like, if I had that much money, I'll just buy like 1 billion orbs from Desert Treasure 2. The orbs, we're talking about the, so Desert Treasure 2, when you kill the bosses, they'll have a chance to drop you basically like an entry ticket, the hard mode version. And the hard mode version, when you kill all 3 of them, you can get Blood Torva as your cosmetic upgrade. I say upgrade because I mean upgrade. Yeah, the orb will be tradable. My guess is probably gonna be like, depending on the drop rate, probably gonna be 5 mil at least. It's like a 1 in 50 on release. Like, I think that would be pretty reasonable. A lot of people who, like, oh, you would only have people with Torva buying it, right? Obviously, people with Torva got money. So. In my opinion, one of Jagex's best solutions so far to create an artificial, like, money down, artificial trickle down. Also better for money. They said they didn't want it to be exclusively better, so I doubt it'd be much better. Especially when you like factor in deaths and stuff. Rotora boys. Yeah, but those are usually Iron Men. You know how they are. Nut irons. No karetkado, what I call them. Is he legally allowed to melee me? Nope, I don't think so. Wasted Void Waker. Sceptre spec on Baba. So it reduces both regular defense and magic. For Baba, I'm looking for regular defense reduction. My death charge faded away, I'm sad. One tick go under. Cool. You have been red X'd. You fool, you shadowed. Prepare to be red X'd again. Alright, I messed it up. Thank you, Bilbo. I'll take the +1. We desperate out here. Oops. I just basically spit in Baba's face. Get red X'd again. Now it's face tank. That was a really slow one. Did I hit my scepter? I don't think I did. I just doodled. Should do some. Maybe I should do some TOB streams when we get a chance. Can't believe I don't have the sanguine scythe still. So disappointing. So sad. Also so boring. I liked Muspa for like 50 kill count, then I got bored too. Good money though. Really good? Not like crazy good, no. But good enough, I would say. I feel like I'm arrogant enough to say if there were 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever of me, I can get Grandmaster. But like I'm not like amazing good where like I'm gonna like smash Grandmasters by like 2 minutes every run. Like I'm not. There are people that good. I am not one of those people. Like the people that like humidify the soda seg maze to skip it, they are good enough to run like no food and stuff. I'm not that good. Anyone here see the TOB meme? Where it's like, do not bow. Magician of the Northern region. Do not bow. That is literally, in my opinion, the best meme ever made. No! Salutations, magician of the Northern region. It appears we have entered Maiden of Sukadinti's realm. We have landed our draconian hammers upon her blood pool. Our Bandosian Godswords have hit upwards of 90, 98? 93 damage. No! The villain. Is it medic on? No. Hell no, I don't got medic on. I'm trying to make money, not torture myself. I torture myself on my free time. Not while I'm in ToA. Wait, that is torture. Thank you, Game Slave. I appreciate you reading them. How much time would medic add? Probably like 3 minutes minimum, I guess. In solo. Oh, the 3 side-by-side spawns? That's just because Kephri's level 2+, actually. Has nothing to do with medic being on or off. If you look at the path level, G is 2+, which will always do that. Am I going to work tomorrow? I am not. But not because I called off work or anything like that. My boss is on vacation, which is great. And we don't need, like... She's a dentist, so we obviously can't see patients without the dentist. So I only go in to, like, help schedule and stuff like that when she's out. And we have more people that can cover the front. Dental receptionist. And all the insurance and fun stuff that comes along with that. Oi! Uncas. Okay, I shouldn't have stood there. That was dangerous. Didn't think about that. But luck's part of skill, so we live. I had 5 HP, they could have both hit me 3-3 and it would have been over. Or one of them could hit it at 3. Bruh. I'm not getting orbed. I don't care how much time loss. Ow. I will probably do DT2 on release. Do it blind with everyone else. Be pretty funny. Oh, I swore I moved earlier. Streaming it? Maybe. Maybe. I might just be streaming the bosses afterwards. Not sure. I still have to do my Barrows run and all the random requirements that come with it. The Seekers to the north, but I haven't done that Barrows run still. As soon as it comes out, definitely not, but like I'm not gonna be awake at like 6 in the morning for it. Probably, I don't know. My sleep schedule is messed up. I might be. You never know, but probably not. I'm not that much of a degen. Ooh. I need to unfortunately maintain a healthy sleep schedule. Or attempt to. Pop the monsters. Caffeinated. If I reacted faster, I could have stabbed it as it left. My student, nah. Just a regular wage slave. Why do dentists say series of numbers? What do you mean? Maybe it's a tooth, maybe it's a code. I'm pretty sure when they're doing that, they're probably like, especially if it's your first time there, they're probably charting, which means they're like, you know, seeing like which teeth have cavities or that they're keeping an eye on or whatever. If they're saying like 12B, they're saying number 12 needs like the buckle service. Saying like, you know, like 12B, 14L, like they're probably saying the number of the tooth and then saying a surface of the cavity. It depends on the context too, you know? And then your dentist TBs you and it's all over. Yep. Germany. I think Germany and US, I'm pretty sure we all follow the Japan tooth numbering system, so it would be the same. I don't think any, like, is there like a dental thing that isn't using Japan's like numbering system for teeth? Surely not, right? I say that because I've dealt with German insurances and they also use Japan's numbering system. Where the fuck I am? Oh! Somehow didn't get hit. Oi! Oi! All over. I'm just saying, if you're in the dentist chair, mouth open, and they start spewing out numbers and letters, probably got problems. Unfortunately. Dental receptionist. The League plugin is Sound Swapper. I can open up the deets. Sound Swap. You have to download the missing ping sound as a WAV, but you can use Sound Swapper to plug it in. I can give you the sound IDs if you want them. I gotta move. Whole ass. As they say. the league thing. He's talking about when I have the missing ping sound play whenever I get hit by an Aqua Orb. Right. Playing P4 to you. Last row specifically, or just P4? I can, yeah. I mean, they're kind of the same. It's just instead of running away from the shadows, when the shadows are in their maximum size, you click onto them instead, because they'll explode as you get onto them. And then you just want to extend that concept over to the last row, where you're gonna have big shadows and small shadows. So I played League, not much recently. It's been very boring. On the gnome of Zebak, I will bring up. I'll pull open the sound swapper profile IDs. But you're gonna have to download the missing ping sound yourself. I think you can just look it up, like missing ping WAV. Download that, and then you basically place it in the folder, sound swapper folder. I'll just give you the IDs. No, so there's kind of yes, but kind of no, Mitch. So there's 3 sizes of shadows, like the biggest one, and then there's like a mid-level shadow, and then there's like when it very first appears, like you can barely see it. What you want to do is you can click on the big shadow and instantly attack, but if there's a lot of shadows, you can click. It's kind of hard to hold on. Hard to explain. I'm dodging, but you like click on the last big shadow and then attack. If you see like a big shadow and then a small shadow, you can click the big shadow. You'll run onto it and be safe. You can attack right away, or you can also click on the small shadow to be extra safe. Watch Pro, not anymore. The pro scene for League is so boring. All they do is whine that they don't have like an ideal practice environment or something like that, and then they just play like... I'll be honest, when I watched Worlds, it was kind of interesting because I would like to hope that maybe EU and NA remotely maybe had a mild, at least 10% chance. And I hate it. Because now, yeah. Click on the shadows about to pop. But if you see like 2 different size shadows, you click the bigger one and then click the smaller one afterwards, and that'll give you like 2 seconds of safety. You want to repeat that. Too many paycheck these in the scene. I'm conflicted. Do I sun now or later? I think I do it later. Can you explain why only 2 and not 3? It might be best for when you're watching me do P4, I'll just like kind of like narrate over it. Let me pull up my sound swapper, then move my webcam. In case you want to see my sound swapper IDs, hold on. There they are. But the reason I do 2 Void Wakers instead of 3 is because when you're doing your shadows later and you're tanking it, if you're potentially tanking a 3rd orb, doing 2 Void Wakers like kind of self-times the ticky, and at the same time you have more spec to work with. hell did I do to my setup here? Because if you do 2 Void Wakers and start shadow spamming, when the third orb comes, if it's going to hit you, you can basically do 3 shadows after you see this chat box. You know, large. Oh my lord! When you see this message, large ball of energy shot your way. You can do 3 shadows and instantly take out the sun and heal, and it'll eat it. Flash tick sun. Maybe I shouldn't save so much spec. It's fine, I guess. You just use it on sun. And that makes the God Sword not really that worth it. Ah, whatever, who cares? We're just winging it. No problem. Not 3 down with the DS? Maybe, I don't know, I haven't tried. The reason it's also not really good to 3 down with just with like Void Waker is because the last down will take me like 10 hits instead of like 3 hits. That's also not ideal for speed. You probably could with just Void Waker and Godsword whack, but you probably need a Godsword spec to be honest. But yeah, I haven't really tried, and it's not really worth it because you want to go faster on the 3rd down anyway. You can save some time at Warden as a trade-off by like Void Waking Warden. Generally, you'll save more time per spec consumed using a DDS than like a Void Waker. You can 3 down without DDS. You can 3 down a 500 without it. Just doing like 5 rapiers into an SGS, and then 7 rapiers to SGS, and then 9 rapiers, wherever. It's possible, but it's really slow. I don't think that's really worth it. Camera back. Yeah, you have to use a Godsword spec, I'm pretty sure. No way I'm gonna get a B6B. Could happen, you never know. Probably won't happen. Why am I praying? Wasting prayer. You should see how I'm clicking before. You should see how I'm clicking before I even get to last row, and then you're gonna, if hopefully you can copy it, it'll just extend over to last row too. But I'll show you if I get to last row. I usually don't get to last row, to be honest. It sometimes happens. You see how I click on the shadows before last row, and you want to copy that movement and try to adapt it to last row. Like, you'll lose ticks probably, right, if you don't want to get hurt. It's understandable. Don't think of it as just regular running and last row running. It's best not to think of it like that. Think of it as just lightning running in general. So then you might play differently before you get to last row, and you're like not... You might feel less pressure to perform well before you get to last row, but the secret is performing the best you can at all times means a lot of the time you just won't get last row. Is how it is. How come people move to the front? Because Shadow has like an absurdly long travel time, so if you like barrel stuff, if you barrel stuff Warden, the time for him to proc is a lot lower, by like 2 seconds, pretty much. Look how long that projectile takes to reach him, compared to if I'm like, you know, barrel stuffing him. Whereas at the very end, you actually want to use the travel time to your advantage to squeeze in a free hit, sort of, into P4. Probably a 2 rock dodge here. And then here, when you're doing the last 20%, you actually want to take advantage of this slow projectile speed and proc all the way in the back like this. Like your DPS doesn't technically increase, but you'll have more uptime in P4 because of the long projectile time, which means you'll hopefully get a lower chance of getting last road. Wait until a shadow appears. You see how I'm clicking on the shadows as they pop? Like this? And I know it's safe right after they pop for like 2 seconds. Is it guaranteed they'll be safe for like a long time? No. Sometimes they'll only be safe for a really short period like this. But you can guarantee yourself, you know, about 3 ticks of safety. Click the shadows as they get big. Like that. You know you're safe. Like here, I'm clicking the shadows kind of in order as they come up, like this. Like there, I lost a tick just to kind of demonstrate it, but yeah. Never be scared of the shadows. A lot of people run away from the shadows, and that's a big mistake. Because when you're just clicking open spaces without thinking, sometimes it'll only be safe for like 2 ticks. It'll be like safe for like 4 ticks potentially. Shadows are very consistent where you're always safe for like 2 ticks, so you can get into a rhythm. When you're clicking empty tiles, it's hard to get into a rhythm. Never purple. Gem. Longest dry streak, like 25. I think like 25-ish. Which is like 4 times rate. But not too bad. People have told me about like going like 50-ish dry. I'm like, ugh. Not at 525s, like 400s. For a lot of people, 25 raids is their average rate because they're doing 300s. Thank you, Game Slave. That was terrible. I hate this room the most. Nah. Annoying, but just use a webweaver and shoot like a mile away. Head empty. A lot of people hate this room the most. I can see why. But no, I just webweaver cheese it. Ah. I'm shooting from like so far away, so it doesn't matter. Dude, how tanky are these guys right now? I mean, it's my fault for using this weapon so bad. Okay, the cost of sanity is indeed high. No problem, Lawrence. Appreciate you stopping by anyway. Is the anguish switch not worth it for your gear? Depends on your definition of worth it. For me, no. I'd rather have the extra restore and just deal with a slow Zebak shadowing it. It's up to the player, right? A lot of players prefer to bring max range switches, but like, depending on your gear, if you're bringing like super max, then it's like 30 seconds saved. That's like 3 more inventory slots, and I'd rather not. Like 10 slots, I mean 10 seconds for each inventory slot, not really worth it to me. Oh, yes. Cool, you meleeed. You will never melee again. Alright. Oh, this got zucked. Got hurted. Have to do this 2-to-1 cycle. This is a little risky. I shouldn't be doing this. Uh-oh. Who's I? I didn't sign the waivers. Oh! Live. $18,548. Ah, misclicked. How do you get quicker at raids? I'm consistently over 40 minutes doing 350s. Like you're similar to your 400 teaching one. Depends. Like what you would just have to compare your room times is the biggest thing. You're still here, and see which rooms you're lacking in particular. I noticed a lot of players lack at Akka. They'll be like 7 minutes plus at Akka. They're not doing their offensive switches, like their prayers, that is. They're generally slow, and then they lose a lot of ticks every time he does stay vigilant. And they're generally unprepared for the switch. And they should always know that, like, every time Akka attacks, he has a chance to switch, right? Other than his very first attack of each attack style. Augury is a little bit of a lower priority switch, but it's still important to get and stuff like that. People who don't get like Rigor and Piety or aren't hitting the shadows while they're running the middle memory, those are huge time losses. People who spam Sun instead of trying to fit in some blowpipe specs instead, or some like DPS specs. There's always things like to improve on in that regards. Like Kephri, people running Overlords when they shouldn't, and like, you know, lower invocations. $62 purples about a Seth. It's depressing. A little depressing, if I say so myself. Have you looked into the more orthodox methods, like sacrificing your first newborn? Usually that's what people do these days. Oh, I got bit. Alright. Alright, you know what? I meant to run there, but let it slide. I meant to like run here so I can still hit this guy, but we'll just be using the power of the sun. I'll be completing Desert Treasure 2 tomorrow? Yeah, I will be. Turn on Overlords on your 400, it's probably not very efficient. It's like neutral at that point, but there are things that are positives instead of neutral. Okay, I guess comparatively it is a negative indication. Like, it's not that bad, especially if you're like failing to hit time, but no help needed? Yeah. Like, you should be running a timer plus no help needed. Zero. Did you turn the prayer drain info off? No. Prayer drain info is really good. This one is Maple Story. I've never even played Maple Story, but they have a very chill BGM. I messed up. I meant to place the mirror there, but I ended up clicking my soul runes because it's circular. Are you lazy flicking Kephri, Jonas? How many are you bringing in? If you're taking the supplies at the end and you're not sunning too much, you should be able to get away with theoretically like 4 or 5 restores, maybe. Like pretty easily, and then just sustain off the Ambro and all the other stuff. Flicking Piety and offensives as Zebak, that will go a long way to saving prayer. Even if you don't do it at Akka, you should be able to finish at like 5 restores with no help needed. Eight restores, that's a lot. That is a lot. Probably because your raids are taking so long too. Yeah, I would probably compare each room, see how you're doing in each room. Ooh, so humble. See why they're slower compared to that 400 video. Is it offensives? Are you missing hits? Like, do you have a general estimate for every room? You know what? You know, and what time would be tomorrow's update? I have no idea. I think Jagex does their update like 5 in the morning. The mistake tracker, it can be, but it generally only gives you mistakes for like damage taken. It's not going to give you a good idea of like where you're missing your damage, like in terms of ticks lost and stuff like that. Obviously, if you're taking like 10 lightnings at P4, that's good to know. Like, you're going to know where your immediate area of improvement could be. But it might not tell you the whole story for like where you're lacking DPS. Like, most people don't make mistakes at Kephri, because like who gets bombed in Kephri? But then they'll lose like a billion ticks, or they'll be trapping weirdly or taking overlords, and those aren't theoretically mistakes on the tracker, although they can be. Like swarming in 400 and below is really important in Kephri. You might be losing like 2 minutes on that alone if you're not swarming. It's not really 2 minutes, but you know, it could be like a lot. Definitely missing ticks. Well, yeah, at least you know there's like that's like a definitive area of improvement. Remember, generally doing like a kind of mess switch plus like your offensives is way better than doing like a full 8-way. I see a lot of players, even good ones, make the mistake of trying to get like a full 8-way switch, and to be frank, not many people in this game can pull off 8-way switches without losing ticks, unless they know what they're switching into early. So make sure you first know what you're switching into. Definitely the element of preparation. It's humongous. Ow. But then like, if you're like always trying to go for an 8-way, a lot of the times you'll just like barely miss an attack for Akka. That can build up to be like pretty significant. You have like corresponding switches set up so that your inventory doesn't get like lost. The sauce, that's important too. Like, you can see my switchers are like somewhat organized, where like when I'm doing my Void Waker, I just do these 4, and they're very valuable switches. If I'm like going out of my way to do like 8 ways and I'm losing 3 ticks, it's not worth it compared to doing a 4-way, not losing the tick, and then just putting on the rest later. There's nothing wrong with finishing the switch later on a later attack. Like, I do it all the time. Monkey room is definitely not a full switch like room in solos. It's definitely not worth it. You think it's okay to only 4-way switch a P4 Warden, Voidwaker, Torva? Yeah, it's fine. Won't make that much of a difference. Although you should always go for the Avernick, because when you're putting your staff back on, or Tbow, or Bofa, the defender immediately removes itself anyway. So if there were to be a best 4-way switch, it would always have to include your defender. Look, like there, I did a 7-way, and then I 6-wayed back, so it's like a bonus. How long do we think DT2 takes with no guide? Probably minimum 2 hours, my guess. That'll better DPS than Tbow? No. You can look at the video description if you want to know why I'm taking it anyway, though. The TLDR less switches is more chill. I'm okay with the time loss myself. Lost a tick there, but I did not want to get blooded. For any circumstance. I'm gonna get Desert Treasure 2 is gonna be like a 2-hour to 2.5 hour quest. With no guide, it's probably gonna be like a 5-hour thing minimum, I'll be honest. Does Slayer Music have a guide that out that early? Dude, he loves to Jad as soon as I'm doing my Void Wakers. Prep anything for tomorrow? No, I haven't even done my barrel skill. We'll figure it out when we get there. $100 purples, we'll probably do 1,000 KC. Then I don't know. What did you get, AJ? Shadow or pet? Fankit? Fankit for sure. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Fankit. Get the SGS score to get 3 down? No, I don't. It is not needed. It just gives me more sustain. Angus ring makes Shadow best as a Zebak? No, it doesn't actually. Even with like Masori no helm, Tbow will be better as a Zebak with defense reduction, but it gets closer and closer. I would guess most people would just mage Zebak because it's close enough. world am I? What am I at? 347. Should have summoned that earlier. The alch phalanxes. I'm not that broke. Anyone alching phalanxes is a waste of time. It is negative GP compared to just raiding more. It's getting more phalanxes is purely just flex. And I don't think anyone needs to know how many 500s I've done. It's too many anyway. Needless flex. One fang kit is the same as many fang kits as you want. Think about it. I could do like 500. I could literally do 500 500s. And what are they, 60k? That's like 30 mil only. That's not worth my time to alch 500 of them. Learning Keepback Double Trouble. Learn it on soft core ideally with none of the help needed on. That's the easiest way to do it. Other than that, try to have both on when you're learning. Keepback is significantly less dangerous with Double Trouble also on, because then you can't get marked and have to deal with Keepback at the same time. Oh. This is my alarm. Sorry. Use a Google timer. Forgot to turn off. Apologies. Oh. How have I been? Good. Just messed up my sleep schedule recently. And I didn't really want to stream at like 4 in the morning, so I just haven't been streaming for like the last 2 days because of that. Yesterday... No, Sunday, we sent like 20 hard mode tobs. We only died once, I think. If at all, I don't remember. That ruined my sleep schedule. Exploded. It was very fun though. Look how long this attack delay is. Gives me enough time to switch. Do I know anyone that green logged? No, but there's people who have the 2k cape. And I assume anyone with the 2k cape probably has green logged it by now. Hey, there's no psychopath that has like 2k and hasn't green logged it by now. I just assume everyone with the 2k cape has green logged it. I think only experts count, but you know, they just spam 300s because it's faster. But if I were to grind a cape, I would probably only do 525s. Gotta make money. Imagine loot from 2k ToA. Normal. Oh. Insane. Loot from 2k ToA and it's like 30 bill. Something crazy. How fast do I think I could solo 300? Maybe like 19 to 20 minutes. I'd guess. Like consistently, 19 to 20 minutes. It's a lot of hours to grind though. Fire making? That's literally impossible. Also take. Oh, I'm losing so many ticks. Oops. Not my greatest clicks. Gave him the good old shank for good luck, obviously. Just half banked, yep. It's good luck, it's good RNG. What? No way. We'll be on the Desert Treasure 2 grind tomorrow? Yeah. I will definitely. Yeah. Oh. Alright, I am going to take a food break. I probably will not be streaming more today, but you never know. Oh, but let me see what he got. What'd you get, AJ? Oh, the Infernal Cape! Congrats. Yeah, I can show a log before I leave. This is what it looks like so far. Guess your time? 100 and... Wait, no, you SGS build, right? 2 hours in 40 minutes. 2 hours and 40 minutes? 4 hours, 30 minutes. Oof. Oh, that's a while. Alright guys, see, I will probably... I have to do a barrels run. I don't want to do a barrels run. Alright. I do it. Good night guys. I'll be back probably when Desert Treasure 2 is released. Take care.